Hi, my name is Ines Lopez, and in this video, I want to talk about the initiation stage of elemental project management, which is the start of a project, and it works with the AIR element. So I'm going to talk about some practical project management tools for this stage of the project, and also some of the most common emotions that happen in this stage, so that you can understand how to do your own personal growth to combine your personal growth with your project growth. Initiation stage is all about the new beginnings, is about the vision and the dreams, and what is it that you want to achieve with your project and also within yourself as part of you delivering that project. During this stage, it's very important to connect with the overall vision, with the goal and objective, and understand what is that you are going to get and what are the benefits of doing that. All of these activities of connecting with visions and dreams are particularly well related to the air energy, because the air helps us dream and flow and go up into the ether where all the ideas live so that we can connect with them. In practical terms, project management tools that you can use during this stage are, for example, creating benefits maps. This is a graphical representation of all the good stuff that your project is going to deliver. And you can see it like a tree, but it's a horizontal tree rather than a vertical one. And an easy way of creating one is putting on the left side, what is it the name of your project? And then start asking yourself, what am I going to deliver? What is this going to achieve? And you create a branch and you write that outcome or that objective. And then you ask again, with that outcome that you have written, what is that going to achieve? And you will start having different branches and you can start connecting things. Sometimes one deliverable or outcome goal might have more than one connection to something else. And that is absolutely perfect. And there's no problem about that. This is a very simple benefits map, but you can make it far more detailed. And there is a lot of information on internet on how to add metrics, how you can split it between outcome and output, and many other different aspects to make your benefits map more detailed. But this basic approach, it might be an easy tool for you to have and show stakeholders or other people that are involved in your project so that you can explain what is that you are trying to achieve. It can be very useful as well to be able to motivate yourself. If you are doing this project on top of many other things, sometimes you might feel a little bit tight for time. And having this tool to glimpse into what is it that you want to achieve with this project might help you push a little bit more and find that extra time that you need to be able to progress with this project. Something else that you can do during initiation stage is a strategic business case. And again, there is a lot of information on internet with templates and so on. This can be as detailed as you want to, and also depends on the type of industry that you are in. Some industries and some businesses, because of the nature of how they are going to need a strategic business case before they can actually consider anything to move forward. So the strategic business case, what it's going to give you is an overall view of all the key components or aspects of your project. It's going to assess how is it aligned with the strategy of the company. How is it going to work in terms of budget? Obviously, at this stage of the project, you might not have a lot of information. You just do an estimate. No strategic business case or business case is set in stone. There's always going to be evolving work as you get more detail into the project. Another of the aspects that a strategic business case might look like is management. What is it, the team of people that you need? What type of resources? Do you have these resources already or you don't? Commercial aspects. Do you have partners or would you need partners, alliances to be able to make this work? And also you can look into a high level timeline. So with all of this documentation, what you are doing basically is after you have connected with your idea, you start visualizing it, you start giving it a little bit of shape before you get into the next stage, which is concept stage, where you are going to get a lot more detail and definition and structure into your project. With all of this, what you can do to help you in connect with your vision and your goals is having a connection with the air element. And there is an easy way of doing this. You can do it simply with a meditation. Start taking deep breaths. And start as you inhale, start feeling how the air is building up in your body. And perhaps sending that air into your head so that you can allow yourself to dream and to start floating into the space. And setting the intention of connecting with that vision, with that goal, and allowing to anything that is showing up or anything that you are sensing or feeling to get into your space and explore that as much as you can. Perhaps visioning and asking for your project to be complete and how would you feel and what are the key takeaways, what are the key things that you have done once you have seen how everything has worked out. In terms of emotions, some of the things that are very common during this stage and that air can help you work through is, for example, feeling a lot of dreaminess without being able to ground yourself, right? Because sometimes when you are looking into visioning and goals and objectives, everything is up there and it's so easy and so enticing staying up there. But sometimes we need to come down, right? We need to structure ourselves. So in this situation, what can help you a lot is connecting with the feelings of having achieved that, but also keep in mind that you need to pace yourself and it's okay doing one thing at a time, one step at a time. Any big project has had a beginning, a middle, and an end. And if you have a huge vision, the best thing that you can do is piece it into different elements. One is going to build on the next. And do not feel that just because you are putting something on a timeline, you are never going to achieve it or it's taking too long. Because if you focus your attention on each of these steps, you will be more likely to be able to complete them at a good pace. Something else that might happen during the initiation stage is having fear of failure or fear of success. They look like opposites, but actually they can all be intertwined with a sense of perhaps not feeling good enough. If you are someone that when you do something, you have always a strive for perfectionism. And I'm not saying that trying to do things properly is a bad thing. What I'm saying is that getting overly obsessed with everything having to be absolutely perfect, 2000% perfect, and sometimes meeting your objectives, but wanting that things would have been even better, that can be a symptom of having a feeling of not feeling good enough inside. And so it's very important to be able to be conscious and aware about this situation, because this is basically a belief that you have about yourself that whilst it can propel you to be productive and to be efficient at your work, it is also likely causing you stress and anxiety because you probably set expectations for yourself very, very high, very difficult to attain, and those can create a lot of stress. A great way of starting working through this is, well, first, becoming aware of it. That is a huge step. And then start working with doing steps to be able to appreciate yourself, all your skills, all your talents, and being okay with who you are. Introducing in your life a growth mentality so that you see that no matter where you are, we can always get better and do better, but from a place of growth, not from a place of not appreciating yourselves or feeling that there is something wrong. So exploring a growth mentality is as easy as every time that you have the feeling that you would like something to be different or hasn't gone according to your plans, you just ask yourself, okay, how can I do this better for the next time? And you also remind yourself that this hasn't worked out the way that you wanted yet. And adding yet is one of the key aspects that Dr. Carol Dweck talks about when she's talking about fixed mentality versus growth mentality. And it can make all the difference in you being able to shape your mindset. So it's much easier for you to have a growth mentality rather than feeling that something has gone wrong and there's no solution and there's no way around it, which is something that often happens when you have a I'm not good enough system going on underneath. So all of those particular sensations and emotions can be very important or can show up during the initiation stage. You can also work with the air element, on an energetic level to be able to work through these type of emotions. And similar to when you were working with the air element for connecting with your vision, you just meditate with the air element and connect with your breath and start asking the air element to help you identify when in your life you have felt any of these particular emotions before and what happened, what would you have liked to happen, then asking yourself what are you feeling about all of that happened, and asking the air element for advice or guidance on what is the lesson, what is the learning that you can take from all of this. Because our past experiences can inform who we are, but we also have the opportunity and the choice of not letting our past inform our present or our future. At some point, you can take the choice, you can make the choice of taking the lesson and start reshaping your mindset in a different way so that you can live without that burden or those situations that happened in the past. So I hope this had made sense. Please let me know. I would love to see in the comments if all of this made sense, how to connect the air element with your visioning, and then how to bring your visioning into project management aspects like benefits maps, perhaps a strategic business case, or at least an outline, an outline of, okay, so this is how this project is aligning with my strategy. This is an idea of a timeline that I would like this project to be done by. These are the resources that I think I might need, and this is an estimate of the money that I might need. Those simple questions, answering those, that can be a strategic business case. That can be your start for the project that you want to create.